In a bizarre explanation to the Supreme Court, the government today said that the selection committee was not aware that tainted CVC PJ Thomas had a pending case against him. The BJP was quick to blast the government, accusing it of patently lying. Senior BJP leader Sushma Swaraj, who was part of that committee which appointed Thomas as CVC, has decided to file an affidavit. So much so, the government now is even contemplating removing the officer who prepared the note on CVC PJ Thomas.
We want to know whether the material pertaining to charge sheet and the sanction were brought before the committee or not.
A pointed question by a bench of the Supreme Court on the CVC's appointment and the government's rather bizarre defense.
It was not before the committee. The material pertaining to the sanction for prosecution under Section 120B of the Indian Penal Code was not before the committee.
Ignorance. That's the government's excuse for appointing a tainted officer as the corruption watchdog of the country. A stand completely trashed by a member of the selection committee, Sushma Swaraj. Swaraj claims the government is lying.
The truth is that I brought this fact to the notice of Prime Minister and Home Minister in the meeting.
In her note of dissent, Sushma Swaraj has clearly stated that she disagreed with the appointment of the CVC on the basis of its tainted reputation. Sushma Swaraj now will file an affidavit in the court of law to clean her stand.
Blasting the government, the BJP spokesperson too hit out at the government and has demanded an explanation from the Prime Minister.
The government of India, in the whole range of controversy, never stated that the government was not aware of the pendency of the palm oil prosecution against Mr. Thomas. Srimati Sushma Swaraj very clearly stated that please don't appoint Mr. Thomas because a prosecution is pending against him in the palm oil, and appoint anyone of the rest two out of the three panel which was recommended.
Accusations of lies aside, the government seems to be suffering from a bout of amnesia. On 22nd November 2010, Vahanvati had said in the Supreme Court,
"As far as the government is concerned, there's no case against the CVC. Though a charge sheet was pending against him from 2000, charges have not been framed."
I informed the court that the note of the proceedings showed that the leader of the opposition had endorsed "I disagree." It was accordingly not possible for me to tell the court what was or was not discussed among the members of the committee at the meeting. It may have been discussed. I don't know. There are no minutes.
The government's attempt to distance itself from the tainted CVC has landed itself in a bigger soup. Now the leader of the opposition, Sushma Swaraj, has decided to file an affidavit in the Apex Court to point out the blemished track record of the CVC. With Prachi Jatania and Preeti Chaudhary, Swastika Mehta in New Delhi for Headlines Today.